What's going on, guys? Albert Varichello here. Still got the hair, still got the beard. Figured we get this on record because supposedly it's the last day of quarantine before we get to the green phase. So I'm feeling a little green. Hopefully you guys are too. This is an exciting time. From what I've read, effective at 12:01 a.m., we're in the green. So according to Governor Wolf, so Clearfield County, some of the other surrounding counties going green. That's a big step in the right direction for us. I mean, obviously don't go nuts at this point, but I know a lot of people have sacrificed a lot over this time, and I know I'm excited as well as a ton of other people are excited to get this going because from what I've been reading, there's a bunch of good news that it's been happening, and summer basketball is about to start up, and I could not be more excited. Our season was cut short. Couldn't finish out the season. Our AAU youth basketball season cut short. Everything just abruptly cut short. So many things just happened all at once. But now I feel like we're going to start cycling back into some good things. So it's going to be the start of something great. I think it's going to be a great summer. So from what I'm reading here, I read that youth sports are able to start up. And organized sports are only permitted in counties in the green phase of the governor's phased reopening plan. So that came out of Harrisburg today. So we're going to be starting our summer league up as soon as we possibly can. We're going to make sure we get all those details done. So make sure you share that survey around. We have some comments that people have sent out there, and we want to make sure we're taking proper precautions when we're doing a summer league. I think we're going to start. I was comparing it to something else as far as dipping our toe in the water. Obviously not going crazy, but I think we need to get out there. Like you at least need to dip your foot in the water just to test it out to see how it goes. I know some people are a little concerned with, a second wave coming through, and obviously we're not going to be going nuts, and we're going to be taking as many safety precautions as possible when we're doing this. But, I'm ready to get back out there. I'm ready to play some basketball. I know a ton of people are, and we're not really going to know what we're up against and how people respond until we actually, try it. Obviously, keeping within reason. My thoughts for doing the summer league is, hopefully we can, sanitize the basketball after everything. Keep all the spectators outside the fences. Instead of inside watching, only keeping, whoever's playing inside the fences, making that happen. One person made a really good comment on our survey, and if you guys have any more good comments as far as, keeping things clean, they said a hand washing station. I really like that idea because that's what I'm seeing as far as the spread of it. Don't want to be touching your mouth, so everyone kind of keep that clean. So for me, what I'm thinking right now, and this is open for feedback for Summer League, is playing once a week. Because then if you play once a week, you kind of limit it to who's been exposed on the court. Obviously, you're not going to narrow it down completely. But if we play once a week and then people start feeling a little sick, they'll at least be showing symptoms over that week. So then the next week you'll know, who possibly to take a step back. What team may possibly not play that next week. This is all somewhat hypotheticals, but those are kind of my thoughts. And then what I want to do as we get closer to the end of it, so if we play once a week, kind of get the summer league going, I want to start off with some 3-on-3s, kind of start lightly, like I said, kind of dipping our toes in the water. And then we can get into the full-fledged 5-on-5 summer league tournament. So I want to get a tournament or playoffs at the very end. I think at that time I'd love to do a March Madness style thing. I think that'd be amazing. I don't think that's ever really been done, but if we can get a March Madness style tournament at the very end, even if it's all in one day for some of these younger groups, I think that's going to be a lot of fun for a lot of people. We can kind of keep them all there, and that should be at the tail end of the summer, which is when we know exactly what we're up against and to see how things have been going. So hair falling down right now. I can't wait to get my hair cut. So now we're in the green phase. Supposedly I can, so hair salons can open back up. Congrats to them. Also, we'll be doing a waiver, and you must be registered to play, little things like that. And then I don't know if temperature checks are going to be, needed, but it might be a good idea to start doing that. So I think we're really getting into this, so I'm really excited to get it started. But like I said, let's start off with some 3-on-3s because from my record, we have over 100 responses on the Summer League survey, and we've had some good things going on. From what I read was once the virus is lifted, or once the virus ban is lifted, would you play in an outdoor summer league? Would it be 5-on-5, 3-on-3, or either? Over 80% said either. So, I like it. If we keep it 3-on-3, at least in the short term, we can hopefully get started as soon as possible. If we do some 3-on-3s, we can have them. There are 4 hoops at DuBois. Hopefully we can get those games going. We can get them done quickly. Kids can start playing. And I think that lessens the opportunity for possible injuries, because right now a lot of people have had to take off. Running up and down the court can be a lot sometimes, especially if you're not, haven't been conditioning, things like that. Maybe we start with that 3-on-3. Maybe it lessens the chances of injuries, and we can get this going and, be quick games, get them in, get them out. So I'm open to suggestions, but that's what I'm thinking right now. Kind of start with the 3-on-3s and then work our way into the 5-on-5 summer league, just in the meantime, because I'd love to get this started as soon as possible. And then the other thing that was really surprising me, with over 100 responses, 97% said they'd be willing to assume the risk of playing and possibly contracting the virus. I mean, I know this is a serious matter, and I know this isn't just, a selfish thing where, you may be asymptomatic, things like that, but I just think people have dealt with a lot lately, and this is in my experience too. They're looking to get back out there. I know I've seen baseball teams practicing now. People are ready to get back out there and see what this is all about. I know there's a lot of uncertainty initially. I fully agree with, shutting things down initially, as far as, COVID goes, because very serious. You never know what you're really up against. Now I feel like we're getting a better feel for it, but we don't necessarily know what we're up against as far as contact sports. So the fact that people in our area, especially because, the number of cases are low, I think it's worth trying it. I don't think it can hurt to try, because for me, I'm big faith-based, I know you don't want to be living in fear all the time. So I think you got to try. I don't think we go full force. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if we go full force, 5-on-5, just start off with a summer league as soon as possible. I don't know if that's the best option, but I really think maybe the 3-on-3 is the option right now, especially in our area. Keep it locally. I don't want too many people traveling outside of here and playing. I know there's some tournaments coming up, things like that in the Pittsburgh area, some of these bigger areas. If we can keep it local, play some 3-on-3s, get some people conditioned, see what happens, I really think that's the best idea right now. That's my opinion. And once we get the go-ahead from the DuBois, we get the city of DuBois, and to use those parks, I mean, let's get some 3-on-3s going, get it out there, and then let's get into the 5-on-5, because I really see some big things coming this summer, and I think we can pack. You don't want to pack the place, but from Governor Wolf, it's 250 or less, and I don't think we're going to get 250 people at the start at the Summer League just yet. And if they're all around the fence, yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm going to see that. So, people are willing to take this risk to play, and I'm all on board for it. So if people want the opportunity to play, I'm going to try and put something together. I know the rest of my group is going to try and put something together, and let's try and get to playing, because I don't think schools necessarily are even going to be opening up to their gyms, because indoors, I think there's a little more of a risk, but outdoors, you just have so much more space. It's not as confined. I think we're going to be able to get a summer league and some tournaments going, because once it's outside, you just got that space to roam free. Plus, you don't have the liability of being in the schools. I know the YMCA's, they don't want to open up their gym just yet either. Everyone's kind of easing back into this. Outdoors the way to go. And I know baseball's starting up. Why not? I really think this is going to be the summer of outdoor basketball. So anybody else that has suggestions that can help, any other basketball players, people that are really passionate about basketball, that have some ideas during this time, have them fill out that survey, and that way we have them registered, and then we can send out a mass email to everybody to get this started, because as soon as we get that green light to go, I mean, we're going to get this going, because, you can't really be fearful. Like I said, dip our toe in the water, see what happens. If we got to scale it back, we'll scale it back, but I think 3-on-3 is going to be the way to go, and then we'll be able to get out there with some 5-on-5s, have some tournaments, and I really want to end this with the March Madness. So hopefully you guys are on board with that. And also, I've read up on a bunch of things. I don't know if playing basketball outdoors, if you're washing your hands, keeping your hands away from your mouth, not really, you definitely don't want to be spitting and stuff like that, because anything I read as far as, the spitting, the fluid coming out of your mouth, that's the way you can transfer it, because it gets into your respiratory system. If you're washing your hands, not touching your face, going home, showering, not doing anything too much around the area, I think you can be safe and cautious. I mean, we've all been quarantined. I know I felt more contagious before they did the shutdown, because we were traveling to New York, we were traveling to Ohio for our games, and we were coming back in. I was interacting with people. I was probably more contagious at that point than I am now, because I haven't been around too many people. And I'm sure a lot of people are the same way. So if we're in our area that's, kind of low risk at this point, if we end up getting higher risk, yeah, we'll scale it back. But, it's worth it to try and get back out there and try and get these kids some type of summer. I know the adults are itching to play too. So I really don't think it's more dangerous than being at Walmart or the grocery store if you're playing basketball. Some people may disagree with me, basketball is a little bit of a contact sport, but I really think if you take some precautions like the hand washing stations, sanitizing the basketball, kind of keeping your distance, limiting the people inside the fence of the playing area, I think we can get this going and have a fun summer and, just see what happens. So I hope you guys are on board and hope you guys will back me up if I keep pushing that forward because, basketball is taking such huge strides in our area. I don't want to lose that tempo, lose that momentum. So I just really think we can do this in a safe way, and I'm excited, and I hope you guys are excited too. So I know I've read some of the NBA players, things like that. They've gone in their facility. They're feeling like they're a little bit at risk as far as injuries go. It's just I really want to limit injuries because that's the next step. Obviously people are concerned with contracting the virus, but when you're inside all the time, being stagnant, hopefully you guys have been staying active inside, but sometimes it's difficult. You got to ease your way back into it. You can't take 2 months off from basketball or really some physical activity and just jump right into it. So that's why, again, I really am going to stress this. I think the 3-on-3 is the way to go. Just to ease back into this right now. You can play half court, get your conditioning down, then start working into the 5-on-5. So, if you're feeling symptomatic, don't come out and play. Don't risk it at this point. Don't spread it because that's the last thing we need. Those are the type of precautions we're going to need to take, and we're going to need to talk to people about it. And you need to be honest with yourself if you're not feeling well. But I think with the summer months coming up, people should be feeling happier. I know that with the sun out, you're going to be feeling happier. So let's try and make this happen. So I'm going to continue to read. If you guys see anything, you guys read anything, let me know. Because I really want to get this thing started. And I don't think that's selfish. I think that's just, keeping up with the mental health side of things. That's why I like that we're going green too. Green's mental health too. You got to keep your mental health up. You got to keep your body up. Like when you're doing physical activity, you just feel better. I know I finally got out there and shot at the park courts and it just made me feel better. Just doing that. So I know the parents are going to feel the same way. They want to see their kids out there. And from what I've been reading too, the percentages of the kids who actually, come down with a virus, if they would come down with a virus, the risk is very low. And that's not to be taken lightly, but that's to be taken into consideration too. So again, don't want to be fearful, but also want to be cautious. So I think it's that fine line and that balance. So let's dip our toes in the waters. Let's see what happens. So that's my pitch on the summer league. I know you guys have all been curious about this, and less than 3 hours to go for the green phase. I know I'm excited, and I can't wait to get back on the basketball court. Even if it is 3-on-3, I think we'll get back to normal sooner rather than later. So this is gonna be a fun summer. Got to stay positive and dream big on that. So the other thing I want to end with is, since we're getting into the green phase, I've been wanting to wrap up our Zoom skill sessions too. So I'm partnering with Ben DeLarme over in the Kosovo Leadership Academy. We're going to be doing our final Zoom session. And I thought it'd be cool to kind of go international with the Zoom session for our last one. That's going to be Saturday at 9 a.m. Because they're 6 hours ahead of us. They can also join in, and we can kind of interact with people overseas, because I know they're dealing with the virus maybe in a different way. And I think it's cool to just learn from them and kind of talk to them. So we're going to be doing one session, 9 a.m. I'm going to be going through some skills, but also I want people to interact. So I think it's a way to broaden our horizons, especially during this virus time. You can see what they've been dealing with over there and vice versa. I think it's cool to interact and make that happen. So if you guys want to join in with the Kosovo Leadership Academy kids, they all know English, or at least they've been familiar with English, and you can interact with them. And I think that's a big step as far as just kind of getting out there. This time virtually has allowed us to come up with different ways to get trickier with how we reach out to people. And I thought this would be a cool way to kind of end our quarantine. And I know Ben, great guy over there, and his team over there, they're working hard. And I just think it'd be cool to interact. So if you want to be a part of that, email the link. The more the merrier. You guys want to be a part of the Zoom session. It's going to be a quick 30-minute session. But like I said, going through some skills, get a good workout in on a Saturday morning, and then you can interact with some kids from a different country. And I think that'll be very beneficial to a lot of people. So that's what I'm thinking as far as that end goes. So have the Zoom session. Also, I want to give a shout out to our Dream 2K Challenge winners. A lot of fun over the past week. the Memorial Weekend. We had 2 champions. We'll be releasing those names. The one chose a DuBois Dream Limited Edition DuBois Dream jersey. The other one chose Limited Edition DuBois Dream shorts. So shout out to them. Got to give a shout out to Levi and Braden. They came through as the winners. So we'll be posting their article as far as them being the winner. So great job on that. I know it was a lot of fun. I'd love to do an in-person 2K tournament. That's another way to interact. It's tough virtually to keep things in line. I know there are a few things that happened, but overall, it was a great first tournament for the Dream 2K Challenge, and I'm excited to do more of that in the future because it's just a cool way for the Dream players to interact with the fans and vice versa. And these kids were much better than I was. I couldn't even beat them. So good job to you guys. You all knocked me down, and then we came up with 2 winners, and it turned out to be an exciting tournament. So they'll be getting the bragging. They have the bragging rights. They'll be getting a Dream prize, and then also we're going to put them on a 2K roster. The other thing I want to talk about is HomeCourt App is finishing up at the end of this month. So if you haven't done so already, try and get a couple of skill sessions in there on the HomeCourt App. It's a quick way, fun way to have some fun on that app and actually work on your skills. And then, like I said, the biggest thing here was the Summer League. Had the Zoom skill session on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. with Kosovo. Our Dream 2K Challenge winners, HomeCourt App. Obviously, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, have fun, be excited. But I kind of want to end on a more serious note because time inside and time in quarantine can sometimes get to you and sometimes irk you. And there's been some stuff in the news. And as far as the George Floyd situation goes, I've never been one that has hate in my heart. And I'm not really one that usually speaks out on this stuff. But this one really got to me. I couldn't even finish the video. It was just so sad because I don't know where we got to the point where we started treating people that way. I don't even care, race, skin color. I obviously have never had to deal with a situation where I feared for my life, with the cops because, I feel protected by them. And we have such great cops, I believe, in our area who take care of people. But I feel like this is kind of like a call to action where we should all start speaking out on this situation because things are getting a little bit out of hand. And I know Colin Kaepernick took a lot of heat for kneeling, and I know a lot of people are going at him like he's disrespecting. But I don't know if that's the case, and I'm not really looking at as much as disrespect anymore. I'm looking at it as more as calling and bringing awareness to some stuff that has been piling up in our country, and this just isn't a U.S. thing. This is all around. I really feel like it's not a you versus them. It's just everybody should just have respect for each other. I don't know where we got to the point where we just hate people and are trying to do harm to them and really attacking them. And it's just really sad to me. And I'm hoping we can all kind of band together. I know our community is very strong to keep putting out a positive light and trying to combat all this. It's evil. A lot of times it's just evil. And I don't really want to go on a rant, but I just kind of felt compelled to kind of talk about this on this live because I've never really watched stuff like that where I've just been gut wrenched, I don't know how it gets to that point where people just try and take someone else's life and just have that hatred for something that, really in the grand scheme of things isn't that serious. It's not worth a human life. So if we can just start, loving each other more and spreading more positivity, I think that's going to go a long way. And keep praying for people because for whatever reason, there's hatred in people's hearts towards, if it's certain races, religions, whatever. Just try and accept people for who they are. And, if you don't like them, you don't have to be around them. You don't have to take it to that extreme. But, try and keep your wits and try and do better. I think we all need to do better. Myself personally, I don't always do things the right way. However, you got to do better. I've never really had that hatred, like I said, in my heart. And hopefully you guys don't either. And I hope this helps in some way. If it reaches somebody, for some reason, that George Floyd situation really got to me, and I believe it was, I don't know if it was Ahmaud, Run for Ahmaud. I may have messed up the name, but same thing, just a call to action and just bring awareness for the thing. I apologize for that stall. It's just, hopefully we can do better as a country and do better, just as people. And in the end, it's not going to hurt you to love and be the bigger person and step away from a situation you find yourself, losing your temper, getting angry at things. So hopefully we all can be better. Hopefully we all can get better from this. I don't blame anyone for, kind of acting out, because people respond in different ways. But hopefully you gotta live with the consequences of your actions. And in that situation, it's sad because someone's life was taken, and I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I'm hoping to look at the positives of it. Hopefully as a country we get stronger, and I'm praying for all those who have been hurt by the situation. And like I said, we just got to do better. We got to love one another. We got to do better, and keep working towards your dreams. Keep working hard. Someone gets in your way, try and help them out. They're obviously dealing with something else. So I love you guys. I love the Dream family. This is why I'm so excited for the green phase to happen, because I feel like we're going to get back out there, and a lot of positives going to come of this. We're all cooped up. I know I didn't appreciate everything that I was able to do, just even getting outside, playing basketball, just with friends. I didn't think that could be taken away so easily, but now going to appreciate it that much more once we get back out there. So hopefully you guys are all on board too. Let's all do better. Let's all have some fun. Let's all enjoy this green phase. I know there's going to be a lot of 21st birthdays going on tomorrow, I'm sure. Everyone's going to be out at the bars trying to celebrate their 21st birthdays. Got to give a shout out to my guy, Zane Powell. I know you're excited. I got to get you a drink for your 21st, Zane. I got nothing but love for you, bud. Got nothing but love for the Dream family. Everybody else, let's have a fun summer, and let's get this green phase started, and let's have a great summer of basketball. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Please feel free to like, share, spread the survey around. Do what you can to keep spreading the word, and let's get after it. So as I always finish these off, appreciate you guys tuning in, and as always, dream big.